Welcome back, guys. This is Odude11, and today I have the second video in my Hardcore Games Kit Challenge series. Today I'm going to kit Backup, which is actually a really good kit, but not necessarily in the start of the game. What it pretty much lets me do is I have that book, which pretty much gives me the kit selection GUI that anybody would have at the start of the game. Although I didn't actually use that function in this video, I use the /kit command, which is what I think a lot of people do because it's easier than finding the icon in the GUI. And really, I think that it might have died, which obviously would not have been good. I'm just getting all my mushrooms, doing the necessary things. Now I'm getting my wood. I get 6 wood logs when I'm getting stone swords. If I'm gonna get a wood sword, then I only get 5. Because with 5, that lets me get some bowls, one wooden sword, and then I have like 1 extra wood. But with 6, I'm able to make a stone pick, 20 bowls, and 2 stone swords, which is pretty much exactly what I need. Because I like having that extra stone sword, because not everybody's perfect. We all drop our swords every once in a while when we're quick dropping, which is also something I would recommend doing. But now to start off the game, just about 20 seconds after invincibility, we see this guy. He only has a wooden sword, so he is at the disadvantage. And I think that he is closer to winning that fight. He'll get a combo on someone. Because when he's getting comboed on, then chances are he isn't going to win. But now we have this other guy, and I do not know what he was doing. I think he was just... I don't even know. But as you can see right there, I kill him. I would recommend getting soup. That normally works out for me. I don't know about you guys, but that's what helps me win. But now I just make some more bowls. I get 59, but I don't like to have that many because when it really doesn't work out. And we should be off to the next guy. But the next guy is actually more than just one guy. It's a team. As you can see there, I saw those two and I thought, oh, maybe they're a team. I should pick Madman with backup. And then I do see the team. And I think, okay, let's not choose that kit yet because I could actually start attacking them. But then his friend doesn't come over and help him, and I start battling him. Then they start doing quite a bit of damage to me, so I do end up picking Madman. I think without that, I may have lost this fight, because they were actually doing really good about tag teaming me, and, what's the point of having backup if you can't choose all the kits, so I chose that one to help me. And now the Madman effect was sitting in on this guy. I don't think it actually affected this fight too much, because he dropped his sword, and I started getting a little combo on him there. And right there, I kill him for the 3rd kill of this game. But his teammate is still out and about, and so now I go off to kill him. Yep, there he is. He's doing this really annoying grappler thing, and it's really not helping at all. It's really just annoying me. But right there, I get him close enough for him, and right here, I do take him out. Take him out. There we go. Because, as you can see right there, he actually dropped 2 soup, which I picked up and got into my hotbar, which obviously was not really helping him at all. So right now, there I craft some more soup, and we're off to the next guy. This was actually not a very full game. I think it only had 90 people in it, which is 30 people under the maximum limit. So, the game actually ended pretty soon. But this guy was crafting, and he must have saw me out of his screen, and I think I know he had soup and a sword, but he tried to battle me right there, and I think I just got a little combo on him, and that's kind of scared him, so he started running. And it turns out he was a grappler, but it didn't look like he was really using it to his advantage at all, except right there, which kind of helped him. But I do not know what he was doing right here, because he kind of just goes into this little corner here and tries to do stuff, and he hooks me with his grappler, and then I kill him. Now I just do some soup slurping, and I go off. But as you could probably see maybe a second ago, his fishing hook or grappler hook or whatever you want to call it is still attached to me, which was really annoying because I kind of just have a random grappling hook attached to me. But now I'm taking out this guy who actually didn't really have anything, so once again, I would recommend to you that you get something at the start because it really helps. But here, I'm like trying to check out what's going on because I'm just seeing this like random hook attached to me. And then I figure out what it was, and I kind of just forget about it. Later in the game, I don't know if it was actually still there. Maybe I'll check, but who knows. But here I just checked this cave to see if I could get like 2 iron ingots real fast, just so I could get an iron sword, because that really helps you in the beginning. And I'm really not, I mean, there's not really anybody here, like anyone in the swamp, which was kind of unfortunate, but right there I pick up that lonely pumpkin because it looked really sad by itself. And I look into this ravine, and sure enough, that guy is in there. He was actually not a very experienced player. He also did not have soup, which I would definitely recommend getting, because that's how you win. That's how you win the game. Maybe I'll make a refilling tutorial or something sometime soon. I don't know. But right here, this guy's just doing his thing, and I have an idea. I think, okay, because I didn't know if he was experienced or not. So what I did was, I thought, okay, maybe I'll just kind of camp as a madman, and maybe I'll be able to like one-shot him or something. It didn't exactly work out like that. But I do jump down here, and I do get a little over here, and I do see that he has almost full iron. Other than the chest plate, he's pretty much set. So now I'm just kind of sitting over here and trying to get the madman effect up. I remember it used to take maybe 4 or 5 minutes for you to be able to one-shot someone. I don't know if they changed that during the recent summer update, but I don't know. Either way, I just sat here for a minute, and then obviously I'm getting bored. I don't want this to be such a boring gameplay of just me kind of sitting here waiting for me to be able to one-shot this guy. So pretty soon I do decide that, you know what, let's just make this interesting and go attack that guy. I think that's pretty soon. Yeah. Yep, I see him coming. And then when does this act up right now? Definitely wasn't very experienced with it, but because like he had a bunch of random stuff, and I was checking to see if he was like a donator or anything. But then I say his name, he's probably like wondering what's going on, and then I go and attack him. He had a stone axe for some reason. He wasn't a Viking, he was a boxer, so I really don't know what was going on there. But as you could see, he was getting lapis, he was getting minecarts, he was getting all that random stuff that really you don't use in the hardcore games, which is pretty much showing it that he was unexperienced. But right here, I take the pumpkin off and I put it in its natural habitat. Habitat. Yeah, that's my favorite word now. And its natural habitat, which is above a furnace. Yep, that's its natural habitat. But right here, I'm looking for the stone pick because I know he had one. And then I see it and I pick it up, and I kind of just throw all this other stuff. I don't need those. Yeah, just have a random rose and a random stone axe in your inventory. Not necessary. But right here, I'm looking for some iron so I can get full iron. And then I look at that, and then boom, the iron's fine. Not gonna whine about it or anything. Just, you know, why not? Diamonds would have been cooler. By the way, I go back to the crafting table. I almost smelt those iron ingots because, yeah, you know, you can do that now. But I get 2 buckets, and then I know that he had a flint over here, so in just dropping 1 item. Then I throw all that other random stuff out there. But I do have full iron now. And then I decide to make an extra sword. So now I only have 1 iron left, and I decide to keep it just in case, because who knows, maybe later I would use it for like no reason. But I did not end up using it later, so there's a random inventory spot gone to waste. But now that I have all the stuff that I need out of this ravine, I decide, okay, I can go now. But then I see some coal, so I decided that maybe go to a mini feast, but weird. I think they should make it so there's always some mini feasts getting spawned, at least once every game, because they really change things up. But because like you can get enchantments before the feast and all that. Right here I get a lava bucket because there's a convenient lava pool right there. And now we go off to the next guy after crafting some soup. Now we have full iron, which is a great advantage to have at this part of the game. Like, it really does help. And now there's only 12 people remaining, which is actually pretty nice. And right there I get a lag spike, like a little tiny lag spike, and I check the IP again, just to make sure, because like that normally happens to me a lot. And right as I'm getting some water, I notice, oh, there's a tower right there. And I decided, you know what, let's make this interesting. So I kind of go over there without trying to make it so he doesn't notice me. You know, just being sneaky, but I do think he was AFK doing something. I really don't know the point of this. Like, he was only maybe 30 blocks up, and yes, my voice is cracked, but he was like 30 blocks up and a stomper, and Like, you can, I don't even know if you can stop a no armor person from there. But I start towering up with my water bucket ready to MLG water. And just, I look up once, and then I am ready to get him. I put one more block, and then I get those OP crits on him, and I take him out. I think he noticed at the last second that, you know what, someone's killing me. But a little too late for him, isn't it? Now I'm just slowly going down, because, you know, it's awesome to do that. And then I want to MLG water here, because, you know, that's awesome. But, you know what, I'm so great at it that, when I MLG water, I lose hearts. Like, I don't know, I think it's just because I'm so awesome. I lose hearts when I MLG water. I don't know about you guys. You guys are probably dumb and, like, you don't lose any hearts when you MLG water. But whatever. But now that I have the flint and steel, I decide to get some saturation, because it really does help. Like, if you're in a battle and you're losing hunger, then, and you're not able to run or anything, that could lose the battle for you. Like, earlier, actually, I got in second place in a game because it was me against a cannibal, and I wasn't able to run, like, at all at the end of the fight, which was really unfortunate, because it was going to be a cool Seeker gameplay. But whatever, that's over now. Now we're at this gameplay. Now we're just running along, and, you know, freeze frame. What's that guy doing there? Well, apparently, since me and him both are so blind, we don't notice each other when we're just walking, like, practically right next to each other. So that was pretty, I guess you could say, interesting. But now we're going off to the feast, which is pretty much how you win the game also. Like, I would recommend going to that. Unless you have a trap or something else like that, I would recommend going to the feast because it really does help. But now I'm kind of just messing around with the water bucket that I have. And the water glitches out there, so you guys actually, that's a tip, like, if you're messing around with water, or even placing it all, make sure that it doesn't glitch out on you, because if you don't realize, and then you you're, like, you get maged up in a tower, if you're gonna MLG water, it's really not gonna work out for you, especially when you have no water actually in your bucket. But now I decide that I'm just gonna pretty much, surround the feast with lava. And at first I tried to see if it still lingered at all, but it doesn't. So I actually had to go to this convenient lava pool right next to it and just pretty much surround the feast randomly with lava. And it's actually kind of fun to do this because people, like, it actually did help me in the end. I got but you know, you'll see that later. But it did help me in the end, I think. Right now I'm just doing this, and I decide that pretty soon I need to stop doing this, considering that people are actually going to be coming soon, and the feast is almost starting. So I go back and I get my water bucket, and I also have the lava bucket. And then pretty soon here, I see that guy. You're at a great disadvantage there, which is really not good. But now I kind of just go towards him because I know I can take him out. Even if I wasn't a madman, I could still kill him. But he just kind of jumps in that hole right there, which is kind of weird. I really don't know why he did that. Because was there any point of that? No, there was not. No, not at all. So now I'm just kind of sitting out here using my madman effect to my advantage. And then he starts to come out, so I just he actually hits me in there. But I take him out using only 4 soups. So yes, I would recommend definitely to get full iron, because when you're battling those guys that do have full iron, you're at a great disadvantage, which is not so great for you. But now is this team of 2. There is only 3 people left, and so this is all of us. But now we're kind of just all being neutral. If they wouldn't have let me take this stuff from the feast, then they would have won. Because as you can see here, I already have some diamonds. Just wait until you see the next chest I open. There's absolutely nothing. But now I open up this chest, then that one, and what do you know? There's the rest of the stuff that I need for full diamond armor. So I put that on, and then I decide that, whoa, if I enchant this sword, and I get sharpness, with sharpness and strength too is really OP. And I see them, and I know that they're going to start coming at me in a second. So I get my inventory all organized, because I know that I don't need any extra iron armor at all. And then I kind of get that strength pot, but they're right there. So I use the strength pot, and we start fighting. this was a kind of short battle because my Madman effect had started maybe 30 seconds earlier, but I don't really think that affected this fight too much. But it definitely helped. But as you can see, I got that guy in lava, and then I kind of fell in lava. And then that was like the best refill ever, refilling 2 soups in an iron chestplate, which unfortunately you can't drink. Right there, right as I go into my inventory to refill, I get my 96th win with the kit back up. So that was a pretty good game. I thought it was, at least. It was a pretty intense battle at the end because I totally thought I was gonna die. But right there, that is the stats for this game. I got 9 kills in only about 20 minutes. And also, I'm going to do this thing where I show the guy that died first. And as you'll be able to see here in a second, that was that guy. Great job to him. He was a salvager, and he got really far. He made it 2 seconds and got 0 kills.